Hello and welcome to the summer 2025 MES tool release highlights. I am Tamanna Parveen and I am happy to present the key updates in our newest MXAM version 11. So let's take a look at the release highlights for MXAM 11. First, the project perspective has been made cleaner and more intuitive. With visible guideline tags, you can now make the project setup and review faster and more transparent. And of course, as always, we've added new checks that help ensure better readability and consistency throughout the model. They support MISRA and MAP guidelines to standardize control port and documentation port placement, and also encourage using tab delay blocks instead of long unit delay chains for clearer, more maintainable models. Also, we have introduced a new hook function that lets you programmatically define exactly which subsystems you want to analyze. This gives you more control and flexibility in your targeted analysis. So let's jump into the tool now. So as you can already see, in the first view here, we have the new perspective where the project settings is placed right next to the analysis tab. So it's more intuitive as a user. And you also have the environment details right next to it here. Also, when you go into the project guidelines and click on any of the guidelines and scroll down, you can find all the guideline tags here. So it makes it easier for you to have an overview of the guidelines and their relevance to your process and project. Next, let's head over to one of our reports so that I can show you some of the new guidelines from this release. First, let's take a look at 𝗚𝗂 0624, which is a MAP guideline, which encourages the use of an appropriate delays and tapped delays instead of a chain of unit delay blocks like you see here. So let's look at one of the findings from this check we have here. So here we have the finding and says that there are multiple consecutive delays that are connected to this block. Let's click on it. So yeah, as you can see, as you click through the message, you can also see the delay blocks that form this chain. So as a solution, you can, of course, refactor the model and use an appropriate delay block or a tap delay, as is recommended by the guideline. Now let's head over to our next guideline, which is the DB0146, which encourages that the control ports should be positioned at the top of the subsystem for clearer readability and maintainability, of course. So let's take a look at the finding here, and we see it says that the trigger port is not located in the top center region. And this value can be adjusted in the check parameters as well. So where you can configure where you want these ports to be placed, either top center or any other place that is more common for your project. So let's click on it and see where it's taking us to. And we can see, yes, it's somewhere hidden in your project, in your model. And we can also automatically then repair it. So let's do that. We do a repair finding here. And it will move it to the top center. So let's see that. Yep. And as you can see, it's now taken to the top center. And yeah, like that, you can also fix the findings here. Let's take another look to MISRA SLSF 033, which also says that additional information blocks via third-party tools should be placed in the top right-hand corner of Simulink workspace. Let's take a look at the finding. Yes, it's similar to the previous one. It says that's not placed in the top right region. Which block is it? So I've highlighted it, and okay, this one, that's true. Again, we can do an auto repair here. So let's try to do that. And it will move it to the top right. All right, so let's apply that. And the findings, repaired finding, and yep, this is the block that it repaired. So it's very transparent on what's being moved where for you. We can also run one of these checks and see that it's really fixed. Yes, now it's passed, similar to this one as well. Hopefully. Yep, so we now have them both passed after they have been repaired. Now, heading over to the final feature is about our new hook function that's available. You can find more information about it in our help already. So it's the MXAM hook selected subsystem function that can help you to really target a specific subsystem to be analyzed when you're doing it via MATLAB or command line. I can also show you the hook script that's available that you can customize to your requirement, as you can see here. And yeah, this is for your targeted analysis, basically. Basically, this wraps up the highlights of MXAM 11. You can also check out our release notes for a complete list of all the features. And if you have any questions or need support, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.